The following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Are you ready to go beyond? Welcome to my show, Go Beyond. I'm your host, Jordana Foster. Each week, I will be showing you how to go beyond your limiting beliefs to take you and your business to the next level. If you're ready to redefine, recommit, reset, and re-engage yourself, this is the time, this is the place, Go Beyond. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Go Beyond. I'm your host, Jordana Foster. As a motivational speaker, trainer, and mindset coach with the John Maxwell team, I help individuals, businesses, and entrepreneurs to grow, to develop, to get clear on their goals and their intentions, and to communicate more effectively. Basically, to go beyond their limiting beliefs, to be more and do more and have more in their life and in their business. If you're not getting the results that you want and you're ready to go beyond, contact me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. You can like and message me on Facebook at readysetgobeyond, or you can contact me on my website at johnmaxwellteam.com/Jordana Foster. I do workshops and masterminds and individual coaching and group coaching, and I just help people go from where they are right now to where they want to be. So I look forward to helping you. So it is my absolute pleasure to welcome back my special guest here tonight. Cannot wait to continue our great conversation. I have the pleasure of welcoming Janet Muller, licensed realtor with Location Real Estate, formerly the K Company Realty, and PJ Villardo, the Lend Pro with PRMG, South Florida's premier mortgage lender. Welcome back, you guys. So happy to have you.
Thanks for having us.
It was great last time. Round two coming up. So you guys have such a winning teamwork, and you help your clients create a seamless process, and it can be quite challenging. All the steps are involved with with contracts and home inspections and closings and all those intricacies that are part of it, right?
Absolutely.
So you make it a seamless and successful process. Why do you think your teamwork is such an essential component for not only your clients but also your success? I know I'm starting out with a good one.
That's deep.
That's right? I know, we just started out just running.
Right off the bat, I like that. What's the saying? Is it takes a village to raise a child?
Yes.
Right? So, I think that's definitely what it is when we're doing a transaction. I focus on the numbers. Janet is out there pounding the pavement, showing the clients the property, and, we try to just collaborate, make sure everything is smooth, even though our phone calls, it may not be the smoothest, but we try to iron everything out so that way the clients have a positive experience.
And I'm sure that there's such an important piece as far as patience is concerned, but to be able to have the two of you working on somebody's behalf, your client's behalf, so that they don't have to be running back and forth is just a huge benefit that you guys offer that I think so many individual realtors or individual lenders don't necessarily have, that cohesiveness that you guys can offer.
Right, and the two of us working together, we can make sure all the numbers match. We can make sure that what they're seeing is what they can afford, and that we can move forward if that's something that they want.
Yeah,
that's very important.
We don't waste a lot of time. Everybody's time is valuable, so we try to just do our best every day, and it's nothing new for us every single time. Jen and I know where we stand, and it's, hey, boom, let's get to work.
And you have an amazing following and happy clients. And actually, we just got notification. There's a caller on the line, and
Sweet.
It's what I know. So I'm excited. So we have someone on the line. Is this Stephanie?
Sure is. Hi, guys.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Go Beyond. Really appreciate you calling in. So I'm going to have you jump. I'm going to start with the questions. What was your experience like working with Janet and PJ in finding and purchasing your new home?
So let me start off by saying that I originally had been working with another realtor, and my husband's employer referred us to PJ. And after having a conversation with PJ, it was just kind of like no-brainer. We are certainly moving over to his team, and he referred Janet, and I was so pleased with Janet. And throughout the whole experience, they were absolutely so savvy. Every question that I had, they answered, and if they didn't have an answer at the moment, they always got back to me and found a way to put me at ease because I was one that had a lot of questions.
And as well you should. I mean, through this process,
Absolutely.
it can be quite tedious and it's overwhelming,
And
you know,
stressful.
and stressful. And so to be able to know that you can have them to, you know, you can ask as many questions as you want and know that they're going to get answered and it's not going to be, you know, a hassle is really must have been a nice peace of mind for you.
Yeah, it sure was. I feel like we built a friendship in a way. It's
That's-
funny. I saw them all the time, spoke to them all the time, so it was great.
That is so
Absolutely.
nice. You know, when you can form those relationships and it's not just, obviously it's transactional with a business, you know, transaction, but to be able to make a friendship in the process makes it even extra special. And that definitely says a lot about the team that you guys bring to the table and how you serve your clients. So Stephanie, I
Right.
have a question for you. I understand that you have two adorable daughters and that they had their own special request for your dream home search. Could you share a little bit about that with us? Because I think this is very interesting, especially with the families that are listening and watching, because I'm sure they can relate.
Sure. So I have two daughters, Eva, who's 11, and Valentina, who's 5. And Valentina really wanted a house that had a fireplace and a chimney so that Santa could come down through.
Oh.
And Eva wanted a tree in our backyard that had room to build a tree house. Well, I'm from Jersey. Fireplaces are the norm there, but not the norm in Florida. So I thought this was going to be impossible to find. Sure enough, we walk into this house, and it was one that I almost passed up on because it was on the higher end of my budget. And Janet just convinced me, said, let's just look at it. When we walked in, both my husband and I, we walked through. We had a feeling that it was the one. I keep walking towards the end. I see this huge chimney. Come outside, and there's a beautiful tree, big yard, perfect room for a tree house. And it was kind of like a no-brainer. It's like when you find the right dress when you're getting married.
There you go.
This was the feeling.
Meant to be. But see,
Yeah, absolutely.
and she knew, Janet knew the requirements, not just with you and your husband, but for your daughters. So to be able to find the properties that checked off all those marks is unbelievable, and a testament to, you know, how she just went above and beyond to help you, just like PJ did in the financial end. So that's amazing. I have one last quick question for you. So after your amazing experience, which it sounds like it was, did you find about finding the perfect home? Did you recommend or have you recommended this amazing team to friends or family?
We sure have. Actually, Johan, who is my husband's brother, just closed on their first-time home with his wife Alba, so they're really pleased. And we've recommended Raphael's cousin, who's in the process working with Janet and PJ
Wow.
now. And I also spoke with PJ about recommending a really good friend of mine who I
did.
consider family in the near future. So I'm going to send the referrals along as much as I can.
Well, that's
We
amazing.
appreciate
We
that.
really appreciate that. And also for you coming on tonight and giving your beautiful testimonial. And we wish you so much happiness in your new home. And thank you so much for sharing your message with all of the audience tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, guys.
You did
Thanks,
great.
Stephanie.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Bye.
She's so sweet.
Yeah,
That's
that was-
amazing. What a testimonial. You know, 3 tiers, I believe,
Yep.
of
Yeah.
family members and then a friend on the way. So, you know, you can recommend somebody to a friend, but when you get
Right.
family involved, you have to be
Yeah.
darn sure that, you know, you're
You can recommend
So-
anyone or any friend kind of nonchalantly, but when
Right.
you start digging into
That's-
family, it's
and 3
it's the
tiers
real deal.
of exactly. And
That's the
so
real
that's
deal.
that's incredible. So I want to talk about, you know, now it's springtime, it's May, and what's going on in the market right now, guys, that we can share with everybody, because I think there's a lot.
Yeah, spring purchase season. Everybody's hopefully filed their tax returns. So for those of you getting a refund, you know, it's time. Kids are getting out of school, relocation, so tax returns, school's getting out. Everybody's looking to find a new place to live if they want to be in a different school zone or whatever the case is. Interest rates are great. We're having an awesome week for interest rates. And Janet, what else? I mean, what do you see?
Yeah, I mean, as a family, if you're looking to buy a home, this is the time to do it because people are listing their houses that want to move and be settled into a new school zone or a new area. before
Right.
the fall, and so houses are coming on the market, but it's also the time to buy for those exact same reasons, so that you get into a house and get settled in order to be able to register your kids for that school. So summer's the time to make the move. In contrast, for condos,
Right.
the season is kind of over. So it's a good time
Snowbirds
to
are
actually
leaving.
get maybe a little bit better deal, because anybody who has not been able to sell their property over the winter, it's been on the market for a while, and they're generally still for sale and maybe a little more willing to negotiate.
Interesting perspective with the different markets. And so thinking about it, you need to reach out to Janet and PJ with your questions, comments, have them show you some properties and do some numbers for you, because again, this is a great time. Summer is approaching rapidly.
Absolutely.
And with the
Quickly.
kids, yeah, it is. And, with the kids being out of school, this is a good time if you are considering, looking for that new home, to start looking at the properties and see what's in your ballpark, and what like you heard from that testimonial, what's on your checklist. And this is the team that can do that for you. So how can they reach out to you?
You guys can reach out to me, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter's at the LenPro, or you can email me. It's pj@thelenpro.com.
For the radio listeners, TheLendPro.com.
Jordana.
Okay.
And me, the best way to get a hold of me is
Right.
always via phone, 954-330-3679, or via email at janetmoeller.realtor@gmail.com.
Fantastic. And while we were talking, I did not want to interrupt Stephanie, but we had 2 comments on there from Facebook Live listeners or viewers, and one of them was Whitley, and she was talking about how you were her realtor,
Yes,
or are
I
her
was.
realtor. So, and I know that you helped her, and she was very happy with that. So I wanted to give a shout out to her and everybody who's watching and everything like that. There's so many changes that take place in the market, and it's really good to know what's happening, who you can talk to, and what's going on, so that you can have experienced, knowledgeable people who can hold your hand and guide you in the right direction. Because, like Stephanie said, it can be quite overwhelming.
Yeah, we'll walk you through the process. Any budget we try to work with, and we just bring a human element to it. I think that's very lost and can be easily forgotten in what we do. Everybody thinks, you mentioned transactional. Everybody thinks it's just a quick thing, and we like to have clients like Stephanie because we're telling a story, and we're a piece of that, and they're a piece of us each time. And we joke all the time, Janet and I, and we remember vividly going throughout these transactions. Oh, hey, remember this? Hey, remember that? And it just kind of becomes a part of you, which is pretty cool.
It's really great, and I've seen the pictures that you guys post on Facebook with the happy clients and handing them the keys and shaking the hands, and I do think that you become a part of this journey with them, and it's an experience that you're so happy to put them in the home that they've dreamt of and that they want, and with their expanding family, like it was with Alex last month, and and now with Stephanie with her 2 girls. I think that there's so many people who are just not focused on the bigger picture in any industry, but particularly with buying and selling a home, that there's relationships that can develop. And I think that that's amazing that we had 2 testimonials, and I know you have several more that hopefully we can get to, but that they really consider you guys friends.
Yeah,
and that's a huge compliment.
It's always the goal. I mean, I always look at it this way, and at the end of the day, if a transaction doesn't close, we don't get paid. So at least for me, I'll speak for myself, but I don't want to just do a transaction for someone one time. I want a lifetime of commissions, because I did the right thing up front, and I become more of a friend or an advisor rather than just, hey, that's the guy that did my loan.
Right. And for you, I mean, with showing the properties.
Exactly.
And I mean,
and for me, my first meeting with clients is generally 1 to 2 hours, because we're going over the contract. I'm
No one
learning
does that.
what they want. So we sit down. I tell them right up front that if they're not comfortable with me after that meeting, they're under no obligation to use me. It's the biggest purchase they're going to ever make,
Right.
and they need to be comfortable and trust their realtor. And after our meeting, if they don't trust me, I'll help them find another realtor.
But that's amazing how much time you spend. I mean, not only throughout the process, but in the beginning when you're doing that. I call it a discovery with my clients, and that's similar to what
Yes.
what
Absolutely.
you guys do, and that's pretty phenomenal. So we're getting ready to go to a break. So I want to thank Janet Moeller with Location Realty, and I also want to thank PJ Villardo with the Len Pro. And we're going to be back talking more, and you can actually post some of your questions either during the live show or even after, and they'll be happy to answer them or reach out to them on their websites and emails. And it's Jordana Foster with Go Beyond, and we will see you in just a few minutes and come right back and answer more questions. Take care.
Cirque Hotel is one of the newest and most exciting boutique hotels in downtown Hollywood, Florida. Cirque Hotel at Hollywood's Young Circle is the ideal getaway to this relaxed, vibrant, and beautiful beachfront community conveniently tucked between Miami and Fort Lauderdale, just minutes from Hollywood Beach and Hollywood Broadwalk. This stunning 111-room modern boutique hotel, operated by Trust Hospitality, was designed with a contemporary flair and inspired by the area's blossoming art scene. The long-awaited 12-story Cirque Hotel features Olivia, an authentic Italian restaurant by well-known South Florida restaurateur Piero Filpi and Marcello Sindani. Olivia is elegant and incorporates the highest quality ingredients, yet maintains an atmosphere that's fun and hip, a perfect reflection of Cirque Hotel. Olivia includes the cellar with more than 900 bottles of wine, a fresh mozzarella bar, warm, friendly seating, and mouth-watering menu. Cirque offers a high-energy bar and lounge area and private dining and event spaces. The Muse, a chic and sexy rooftop bar and lounge on the 11th floor pool deck, offers specialty craft portions and elixirs, an Italian-influenced menu, and live music from local artists. Presto Market and Coffee House features handcrafted coffee drinks and fresh grab-and-go wraps, sandwiches, and salads. There's a state-of-the-art fitness center and 3,000 square feet of flexible meeting space on the 11th floor. Each of Cirque Hotel's well-appointed rooms and suites include a seating area, wet bar, 55-inch television, and luxury bath with rain shower and upscale amenities. Many feature balconies offering picturesque South Florida views. Cirque Hotel is the ultimate haven for business professionals, vacationers, and social groups who enjoy a cultural atmosphere and are looking to indulge, relax, and unwind. The uniquely branded Cirque Hotel sets a new standard for dining and entertainment in the heart of downtown Hollywood. Come, indulge, relax, and experience the Cirque Hotel. At Mr. Restoration, our main goal is to get your family back into your home safe and sound. We are a Florida property damage remediation company with over 20 years' experience in the industry. We specialize in water, mold, fire, and smoke damage. We cover residential, commercial, and industrial properties. Things get hard when a homeowner or renter has to face these problems, but we are here for you. We are with you from the time of the emergency to the moment it's time to get you back into your property. We make property managers, public adjusters, insurance agents, maintenance crews, homeowners, and renters' lives more efficient and easier by following a step-by-step SOS foolproof plan. Put us on speed dial this year and make us your #1 visit at MrRestorationFL.com or call us at 844-878-5285. Interact with us and stay up to date with all the latest news by liking, following, and sharing on all social media platforms. Mr. Restoration, veteran-owned, 2 decades of experience. We served our country. Now let us serve you.
At Meridians and Marathons, Dr. Sandy Zaya offers a refreshing new approach to healthcare, helping her clients be well, stay well, and manage pain. As a functional medicine physician and acupuncturist, Dr. Zaya reviews your comprehensive health history, including all organ systems, blood panels, recommendations, and neurological tests. She examines on a deeper level by asking specific questions to identify the root patterns that show up as symptoms such as pain, insomnia, GI distress, infertility, anxiety, and more. Western and Chinese pulses and blood pressure will also assist in the diagnosis. Dr. Zaya offers acupuncture needling, fire and magnetic cupping, laser therapy, injectables, and so much more to minimize pain and help with sports injury management. Add that to a world-class marathon and sports coaching and yoga practices, and you've found your Zen. If you're ready to be well and stay well, contact Dr. Sandy Zaya at Meridians and Marathons today to book your appointment. That's meridiansandmarathons.com.
You've been listening to Go Beyond. If you want to be part of the show as a guest, highlighting your business, or you would like more information about the content of the show, email me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com or share your thoughts and call me at 888-565-1470. Plenty of time. Hey guys, welcome back to Go Beyond. I'm Jordana Foster, and I have my fabulous guests here, Janet and PJ, and we're talking all about real estate and, your properties and looking for the perfect home and what that entails and why having the perfect team is what it's all about. And we had a great testimonial from Stephanie, so thanks again to Stephanie. I want to thank my sponsors real quick, the Cirque Hotel, a fabulous hotel in downtown Hollywood, Mr. Restoration for your mold, fire, and water damage needs, and Dr. Sandy Zia from Meridians and Marathons. So let's get back to it, shall we?
Absolutely.
Now, Janet, we're going to talk about experience because you guys have a lot of experience and there's so much knowledge that you bring to the table. But I want to talk about your personal backgrounds because I do think that creates a unique advantage for your clients. So, Janet, you've moved several times for your previous career. How do you think those experiences, moving so many times, gives you a unique perspective as a realtor?
Well, like you said, I moved many times. In 22 years, I had 8 moves.
Wow.
Most of which I either bought or sold or both in those locations, properties.
That's a lot.
I think that obviously I liked having been involved in that. That's what led me to do this
Sure.
after my retirement from that job. That's what led me to real estate. So I really enjoy being involved in that process. But I think what it really brings to the client is I've been through it.
Right.
I've been through
Multiple
the buying
times.
the first house. I've been through the attachment to your house when you're trying to sell it and understanding that.
Right.
I understand having certain requirements, but maybe not being able to meet all of those and what I want for a house. I know how stressful it is again. And I know what the process is like. So I think that helps my clients. In addition to that, I have negotiation experience and training in the past, which helps me hopefully to get the best deal for my client, no matter
Absolutely.
on which side, the buyers or the sellers.
Right.
So-
That perspective, I mean, from all of that, all around, that's a very unique approach and perspective and experience that you're able to offer your clients. That's, part of the
I've been there.
added benefits.
A
Been
lot.
there, done that.
A lot.
Not once, not twice.
Yeah.
8 times.
That's
in
amazing.
And that's just the 8 times in the 22
Yeah.
years. That's not including the relocation here to
Right.
Florida from Arizona and other moves that I've made.
That's amazing. And it shows with the work that
Very
that you do
diverse.
all the right and how much you're able to help and hold their hand and the patience that you offer, your clients. That's pretty fantastic.
And I think that's a big thing is having the patience and
For sure.
and being able to spend the time with them and being willing to spend the time no matter how long it takes.
Kind of like what Stephanie had mentioned.
Right.
She didn't feel that any of her questions were too much, and she had an endless supply of questions, which I think most do. So PJ, now on to you. So your experience, you basically grew up in a financial space and because of your family was in the business. So this clearly was a natural, comfortable path for you. How do you think that experience and background gives you a specialized understanding different than maybe other lenders?
Yeah, I mean, I think seeing it from a young child, kind of just transgress.
Right.
I mean, I remember going. I learned a lot of the business from my mom, so shout out, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
But
Happy Mother's Day. Early.
yeah, Happy Mother's Day coming up, absolutely.
Tell the mom.
But it was I would stack paper files, and you would go into almost the size of a warehouse and just see floor to ceiling of all these stacked files. Now we're in a paperless,
Sure.
world. But I just remember seeing, my mom work hard. My uncle had a brokerage, and I lived it. So when the market was great, and then when we had the bust, so I got to see the ups and downs, and I really know what goes into the file. And I think structuring a loan, we're painting a picture.
Right.
We have a blank canvas. We start over every single time. So it's painting that picture and really relating and being able to do that, while also on the back end, like what I do, is making sure everything goes smooth and the loan will close on time. Everybody's happy, and just build that reputation, because truly at the end of the day, that's what it's
so
about.
interesting that you both have, when you start to get to know people and you find out not just what they do, but what their experience was prior, so that again lends itself to what you're able to offer your clients from a completely different, from an advantage, but a completely different perspective. So
Absolutely.
The last question, what is it that prevents individuals and potential homeowners from purchasing a home? And then the second part is, what advice would you give them? And we only have 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'll give it real quick. I would say don't believe everything that you read online or on social media, because it's from probably a friend or someone who wasn't licensed to post that, or whatever the case is. And just stay away from all the negative stuff. And the advice I would give is reach out to Janet and me to give you. We'll give you true, honest advice, and wherever your budget stands, we'll try to make it work with you. I don't know if you want to add anything, Janet.
No, I agree with that. And I think that one thing that prevents people is thinking that they can't do it. And I think that's where it's important to talk to us, because we might be able to see you how you can do it.
Phenomenal. So I'll do a quick quote at the end, but I want you guys to give your contact information again, please.
Yeah, PJ Villardo, the Len Pro. So you can reach me, pj@thelenpro.com, or you can reach me on my cell, 714-614-1211.
Janet
Moeller, 954-330-3679, or janetmoeller.realtor@gmail.com.
Janet Moeller, PJ Villardo. Thank you so much for being my guest here tonight and shedding some light on real estate and all the different complexities and how you guys make it an easier and seamless transition. My quote of the day is, the measure of who we are is what we do with what we have. So I hope you have a great night, and thank you so much for joining us on Go Beyond. I'm your host, Jordana Foster. Catch us here next Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Thanks, guys. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Thank you for watching Go Beyond. Tune in next week as we continue to explore effective ways to help you go beyond your limiting beliefs to unlock your true potential to thrive personally and professionally. Learn how to take you and your business to the next level. Contact me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. Like and share my video, because sharing is caring. Contact me at 305-753-6758, or go to my website at readysetgobeyond.com.
The opinions expressed on the preceding